Welcome, listeners and Vault Dwellers. My name is Matt Bartlett.
And my name is Phil Lonidier.
We are the co-creators of Appalachia, a Fallout 76 story.
This is a project that has been long in the making, and we are proud to present our very first episode.
Appalachia, a Fallout 76 story, or Appalachia 76 for short, or A76, is a passion project and official spin-off of the acclaimed Chad, a Fallout 76 story created by the talented Kenneth Vigue.
Our story follows a collection of dwellers from the very same vault as the likes of fan favorites from Chad, a Fallout 76 story, like Simon Rex, Brian Williams, High Priest Solomon, and, of course, Chad Johnson. Along for the ride will be a number of familiar characters, but this isn't their story.
Appalachia 76 follows the story of Vault Dwellers Alexander Nash and his friend and companion Rabbit, two characters who featured in the Chad episode The Halloween Where Nothing Happened, along with many of their friends and foes from the Vault in a series of their own adventures.
This story begins in the far future, many years after Reclamation Day, where the actions of lifelong rivals Simon Rex and Chad Johnson and their ongoing war against the machinations of Vault Tech have had dire consequences on the entire Appalachian region.
So let's raise the curtain on this story and witness the end before the beginning.
As a warning, this post-apocalyptic podcast contains some foul language,
dark humor,
and depictions of well-warranted violence.
Some stories start at the beginning, other stories at the end. This one is a little bit of both, but it's not mine to tell. My story burns in the fire that I lit, one I so desperately am trying to put out. Back in the vault, I once knew someone no one noticed. No one called on, called out, included or excluded. He was just a man, whose importance only now do I realize lay in the fact that he was so unimportant. We knew him as Xander, but if the Greek poet Homer could have picked a more apt name, his name would be the name Odysseus would have spoken to the Cyclops. Nemo. No one. This is a very important story about the nobody everyone overlooked. Through cannibalism and aristocrats, through ghoul scouts, Vault-Tec conspiracies, the deepest dark. Blood, horror, betrayal, and the trumpeted march to war was this story of a simple man and his best friend that I wish now, as the song is ending, I'd paid more attention to.
Welcome to Watoga, City of the Future. Hi there. Welcome to the City of Watoga. You have arrived at the City of the...
Warning. Pyroclastic storm rapidly intensifying. Evacuation orders are in effect. Final transports are departing. All Vault-Tec personnel ordered to evacuate the city. Firewall will impact outer perimeter in T-3 minutes.
Rabbit, come on! There is no time!
Wait! Xander, wait! I need to check the... Oh my god. It's a vortex. Closing in. There's no way around it, Xander. There's no way out.
Come on! We need to make it to an evac point!
They'll never let us on!
The hell they won't. They can fly with us or they won't fly at all.
What, are you just gonna threaten them?
No. Not threaten.
So what, we're just gonna start gunning people down now?
Why the hell not? Look at what trying to do the right thing got us. Look at this! I am done playing other people's games. I am not going to let you fucking die for my mistake.
Stop! Xander! Stop! This is not the way.
Let go of me! We have no time for this!
God! Oh, God! Xander! Xander! Xander!
Rabbit! Please, I can't move. Please get me out.
Hold on, I can't. No, it's too heavy. Help! Help someone! Please!
Last evac is heading out. Come on, hurry!
Get the last squad of Charlie on board now.
What about the civilians?
Fuck them. We've done all we can. Let's move.
Hey, please. I need help.
What the hell are you still doing here?
It's my friend. He's trapped.
Let's go, Riley.
Please, help me, please. I can't move it.
Tough shit.
Go. Hold him on the pad as long as you can.
But we were ordered to...
Don't make me repeat myself, Griggs. Get to the bird and hold it. Tell Baker we've got 2 more.
Sir! Yes, sir.
Rabbit! Don't leave me. Please, I can't. I can't.
What's your name, son?
Rabbit.
Okay, Rabbit. My name is Riley. I'm going to lift up on this beam to shift the load. When I do, you're going to hook your friend to underarms and then pull back as quick as you can. Clear?
Yes, please. Just hurry.
Count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Rabbit!
Pull! Come on, kid.
I got him. I got you. I got you.
I'm sorry.
Come on, no time for that. Save the wet works for when we're in the air. Can you walk?
I think ankle. Fuck!
Let me see. Looks like it's fractured. Okay. Rabbit, you take one arm, I got the other. Let's hustle. Keep your leg raised best as you can. Mr.
Nash.
Come on. Off we go.
We're not Voltec.
Well, pardon my French, but that doesn't matter a flying fuck at the moment.
They'll never let us on.
They will for me. You look familiar.
He just has one of those phases.
Weren't you?
Yeah.
I see. I hope you realize what you've cost us. You have a lot to answer for.
Yeah? Well, so do you.
Fair enough. Son of a bitch! Griggs!
They're leaving.
No. No!
Griggs! Get that bird back here!
Happy trails, Captain.
Griggs!
Xander. It's...
Oh my god.
The storm. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire.
Robert Frost.
Close your eyes.
Rabbit?
I'm right here.
I didn't know what he was going to do.
I know.
Rabbit?
I know that too, buddy. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in...
Xander, Nash, wake up.
Rabbit?
Mr. Rabbit, your coat's mighty grey. Yes, bless God, it's made that way. Every little soul must shine, shine. Every little soul must shine, shine. I'm pretty good at singing, don't you think?
You! Get out! Get out of here! Rabbit!
Now, is that any way to treat your savior? Come now, care to wet your whistle? There you are, my boy. Don't worry, this water is as pure as the untouched thighs of virgin brides. And worry not, your less than lucky, two-legged companion is just outside the door, fussing over what passes for medicines and tonics at the end of all things. Where you, to me, have always been as grey, nebulous and straddling the scales of saint versus sinner, in a both intriguing and altogether vexing way. With that one, boy howdy, there is quite a lot for me to work with. He can't quite find the courage to meet my gaze. Precious little thanks for delivering you from fire and almost certain death. Mind you, I didn't intend on a ticket for two, but your hand was grasped so firmly in his, I couldn't have torn you free if I tried.
Leave him alone.
Oh, don't worry. I've gorged myself quite well today.
There was another. He was...
Oh, I'm afraid the brave captain wasn't so lucky. Because, as you so eloquently put, he had too much to answer for. Do you know what happens to the human body when trapped in a pyroclastic firestorm? At that temperature, the rapid rise in heat is so intense that the human brain flash boils, releasing gas with such ferocity that your head explodes. It's breathtaking. Truly, because at that temperature, concurrently, your lungs will...
Stop it!
As you wish.
Where are we?
Vault Tech's sprawling secret, ruled by the mad god underneath the cyclopean crimson eye above.
Vault 63?
Quite so. I took the liberty of relocating you to somewhere in the neighborhood, so to speak. Now, I must be off. No rest for the wicked. But before I take my leave, this was your one. Consider it a gift. A balancing in my ledger for a job well done.
I am not yours.
And yet, your notes sang with the precision of Stradivarius. You played beautifully, my dear. That's quite the burn. Mr. Rabbit, your ears are mighty thin. Yes, bless God, they're splitting the wind. Best find a tropical cream, Rabbit. Xander is going to need some deft fingers and a caring hand to heal these wounds. Best take your shirt off. It's what he's been waiting for, you know.
Did anyone else?
A few, yes. Not the tidy job I was hoping for, but there's plenty of time for a little 2 a.m. snack as I pet my swollen belly in the shadows and clean up the leftovers.
Stop lying.
Oh, that would be funny.
Why?
A question that could bookend a great many things.
Why didn't you let us burn? You have never been known for gratitude.
No. I am old. I was old when the world was young, and the first fires were lit by the shivering apes in dark caves. I was old when the mountains still lay beneath the great ocean. There is so very little I don't see, don't know, can't predict, and yet even I have my limits. Now, before I take my leave, there is something I must know. Something unimportant, something unnoticed, because you often are. They say that the devil is in the details, and while I am a great many things, I am not, to point of fact, as omniscient as the Bible-clutching, wailing-robed doomsayers would have you believe. There are details, facts that I do not possess, and yet you do. You saw something. You heard something. There's a red string of fate tied to your pink, fleshy toe that recedes into the shadowed distance beyond my gaze. And for what comes next, I need a peek under the dealer's deck for the larger game at play. I may have won this round, but the game is just getting started, and historically the house always wins. And so, Xander, story time.
Story time?
At any time, you can end words and sentences with something other than a question mark, my boy. I need something that you have, and you will serve it to me.
I don't know where to begin. What do you want to hear?
Every good tale starts with a hook.
It started with the cryptids. We didn't know in the beginning what they were, and Rabbit had...
No. Start at the beginning. Oh, and Rabbit, Xander likes to be the little spoon, you cheeky little pervert.
Leave me alone.
That's the spirit. Now, pray continue.
Oh. It was Reclamation Day. The first day, the beginning of the end. But we didn't know that then. Reclamation Day. It was the day that so many of us had been looking forward to for years.
The day that the dwellers of Vault 76 would step out into the war-torn wilderness of Appalachia and work together to rebuild society. When that day finally came, it was after a wild pre-Reclamation Day party where most of us mingled, discussed our plans for the future, and drank. All I drank was a little bit of punch, but it didn't seem to agree with me, because not long after I remember falling asleep. Or rather, waking up incredibly groggy. So many vault dwellers had already left, but no one went out together. Everyone was told they had to go out alone. I stayed behind to view the brief slideshow that Vault-Tec put together as a guide for how to survive in Appalachia. Most people seemed content to pass by the room and not give it a second glance, but there was one other person in there with me. Scavenge weapons and items to help you survive. Safety in numbers. What I can do to build a better America.
Oh, isn't this slideshow just nifty? They've clearly thought of everything. I, for one, won't feel like I'm going out unprepared in the slightest. Also, having extensively studied what species of flora produce berries and fruits that are safe to consume will make scavenging for food so much easier and safer than learning the hard way. Did you know that the most toxic compound is the toxin botulinum? Produced by the bacterium Clostridium botulinum. It is 1,000,000 times more deadly than the most deadly manufactured compound, dioxin. Of course, I know what to avoid, but someone such as yourself, who didn't take the Vault-Tec Advanced Placement course on recreational naturopathic pharmacology, may have trouble avoiding inevitable whoopsie-doodles with life-threatening alkaloid compounds. Symptoms vary, but certain common syndromes may suggest particular classes of poisons. Effects of poisoning range from short-term illness and benign conditions such as gastroenteritis, or, as we like to colloquially say, the reverse turkey trot, to more serious conditions such as brain damage, coma, and death.
Yeah, that's great. Just trying to watch this if you don't mind.
Diagnosis is primarily clinical, but for some poisonings, blood and urine tests can be helpful. Thankfully, Vault-Tec provided schematic blueprints for building such essential devices via our construction and assembly mobile platform, camps. Being able to set up and move our camps to areas that offer an abundance of edible plants and herbs with minimally irradiated soil will be essential. And when it comes to soil, did you know...
Could you stop talking? I just need to make a few more notes and I'll be on my way.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Negativity. I was just expressing my optimism about the days to come. And what notes? All you're doing is jotting down the sentences as they're presented on the slides. You aren't expounding upon anything. Heck, you might as well not even be taking notes at all.
Well, not everybody needs to memorize an encyclopedia to remember that screws go in when turned to the right and come out when turned to the left.
Well now, it's important to know that screws are designed the way they are because the majority of the population is right-handed. And
No, it really isn't.
Why do you insist on being so frustrating?
I'm not trying to be. I'm just taking what notes I can and getting myself mentally ready to step outside before they terminate life support to this place. I'm sure they've provided us with what's necessary to get started, but I want to be in the right mindset before setting out.
With what little effort you're putting into note-taking, I'll be surprised if you survive for 2 whole weeks. Well, while on average, a human might typically die of starvation after roughly 45 to 60 days, I figure you will be torn apart by an angry Yaoguai before that happens. Do you even know how to handle an angry Yaoguai?
Run faster than you.
Well, Well, we'll just see who survives and thrives out there in Appalachia.
Suit yourself. It's not a competition. I'll be seeing you, Brian. Good luck out there.
You can't be done already.
Yeah, I got the gist of it. It shouldn't be too hard. Find resources, build a house, whatever.
Oh no, Alexander Nash. You are not going to set foot outside of this vault before I do.
Hey, there's tricentennial toilet paper sticking out of the back of your pants.
Oh, tit nipples, not again.
Made you look.
You tricked me! Well, you'll get yours, Xander. Just you wait and see. I hope you eat a chlorophyll and molybdites and experience the wonder of hematochezia, the medical term for bleeding right out your...
And a happy Reclamation Day to you too. Oh, hey Alderton.
Hello, Mr. Nash, and goodbye. Au revoir. Adios.
Is this it?
Why, it certainly is. Life support system will be terminating and the vault door will be sealed in short order.
I know. I just mean, where are all the supplies?
I don't understand. You stopped at the stations leading to this point, correct?
Yes, but all I got was some purified water, some Radaway, some glasses that I don't need, a pen, my camp module, and this party hat. Doesn't that seem a little bit...
Generous, I know.
I was going to say insufficient. Is there any toilet paper? What about food rations?
No, sir. You have everything you'll be needing. The rest you will have to scavenge yourself. Did you not view the slideshow?
Yes. So you mean to tell me that despite all of the supplies that we've had in this vault for years, there isn't enough to dole out to everyone on Reclamation Day? That seems like a bit of an oversight.
I assure you, you are not the first person to point that out, sir. And I'm sure you will not be the last. But I do insist that you keep moving. Others will be along shortly, no doubt. And we must keep things running smoothly. So again, I say goodbye.
Sure.
Au revoir.
See ya.
Adios.
And so I took my first steps out into Appalachia. I had ideas for what I wanted to do, but was left dreadfully unprepared for what would await me out there.
Welcome, this is your life now, the wasteland where we all take a vow. With some glow due to radiation, two heads where there usually is one. Unsung. With you, I know we'll find our way through the fallout. Come what may, in this new reality we will embrace the change. We'll rearrange in every challenge we face. You take it on with grace. I try to better myself with steps I rearrange. With every step we take, our path becomes so clear. Together, forever, overcoming without fear.
Weeks later, I found myself with dwindling resources, but I was still determined to make things work. I hadn't found a place to permanently set up my camp, but I was working on it. On that particular day, I found myself on the outskirts of the White Spring Resort, a place that had miraculously survived the Great War mostly unscathed. The robot staff had done a remarkable job of keeping the place clean and tidy, maintaining lawns, shrubbery, and all of that while Protectrons and security bots patrolled the grounds and kept them safe. Unfortunately, I wasn't the only one that had noticed this. Some self-styled aristocrats had taken up residence inside, and I didn't want to get tangled up in their business any more than I already had. I hadn't been making holotape records of the events of every day, but I did that day.
Now, here we go. Okay. That should do it. Begin recording. This is Alexander Nash, known as Xander to some, Nash to others, and a couple of other nicknames I don't want to have recorded. I'm one of 500 people who emerged from Vault 76 on Reclamation Day. That was about 45 days ago. And what else? I'm 23 years old and was born in the Vault, so I didn't really know what to expect when I took my first steps out into Appalachia. Having watched documentaries while growing up and hearing stories from people who lived out here before the war, I probably would have liked this place. Now it is what it is. My goat indicated that I would be suited for animal husbandry, which was incredibly wrong. I've never been that good with animals, trending more toward the workings of machines and technology. Like my dad, I always had a knack for it. So instead of learning how to properly pet a mole rat without it biting me, I began to dive into machines and programming, and learned a lot about our Pip-Boys in the process. They're pretty Oh, hello.
How do you do, sir or madam?
I'm a sir.
Have a lovely day, madam. Remember that it is unwise to scrub your cookware with spoiled fruit.
I think that robot might be broken.
The square root of 42 is pineapple.
These things are supposed to keep people safe. So anyway, I've spent the last few weeks trying to get my bearings in Appalachia, searching for sources of food, water, shelter, mostly to middling success. What water I found is pretty much all irradiated, and food ranges from irradiated meat products stuffed in cans, or the meat you can scrounge off of what passes for wildlife. My search for other vault dwellers has been met with less success. Reclamation Day wasn't that long ago, but I've only seen a few dwellers, most of whom I didn't recognize. And any time I checked my Pip-Boy, I only saw indicators of about 20 or so, but no more than that. Only seeing 20-something out of 500 is unsettling. I wonder if something's wrong with the transponders. That's one of the reasons I've decided to create a place where people can go if they need to fix something, or if their Pip-Boy starts to malfunction. My original plan was to build a kind of workshop to help people out. So despite having limited resources, I figured today I'd start to work on it. I've taken a bit of stock of what I've found so far in my cautious excursions, and I've managed to gather a truly remarkable and slightly terrifying number of wood scraps, several rolls of duct tape, a few stem packs, a bottle of disease cure, 12 hammers, a gaggle of pistols, and boxes of ammo to weapons I've never even seen. How I've managed to carry all of this stuff I couldn't even begin to guess. Regardless, I'm lacking one of the most basic foundational building blocks: concrete. If I want to build a place that's really sturdy, I'll need plenty of it. So, I've decided to explore some of the areas southeast of here. I did some asking around yesterday, and someone said that they had spotted some bags of cement near the old monorail elevator system, not far from a place called the Lucky Hole Mine. It's a bit of a trek, but if I'm careful, I imagine I'll be fine. Stop recording. Begin recording. I'm near the edge of the resort grounds now. So far, so good. I ran into that pineapple protectron again, and it asked me if my recipe had melted the stove. Someone had to have hacked into it and made it What's that sound? What? Oh shit! Get off me, you hellspawn mosquito! Gah!
The square root of splattered steak weight is...
I can't. Oh God. What was that thing? Why can't I feel my fingers? I can't seem to get through the menus very well. It's like I'm wearing baseball gloves that are 2 sizes too big. I can't feel a thing. I'd better sit down for a minute. Finally. Status. This says it infected me with jelly fingers. Oh, great. It gave me a disease called jelly fingers. I should take care of this before I move on. If I can just grip this bottle. This disease cure should do it. If I can get it open. Can't even feel it in my hand. Stupid child-proof cap. Okay. I feel blood flow. Tingling. Disease cure seems to be working. Good. I'll wait a few minutes and catch my breath before I move on. Stop recording. After some careful trekking along some devastated highways, I found my way to Highway 102. My map indicated that it would cut a path through the mountains and take me closer to my destination. I had passed some scavengers trying to get some materials out of an old Chrysalis Corvega, but when I tried to talk to them, they didn't really care what I had to say. I figured they were too wrapped up in what they were doing, so I left them alone. All things considered, it had been a pretty uneventful trip after encountering that stingwing. But I was wrong. I don't know what I did to make it angry, but I saw a werewolf on Highway 102, not far from that bed and breakfast up on the hill. I ran, but it caught up and dug its claws in my side. I'm losing a lot of blood. I ducked into an old truck, but it knows I'm here. And it's waiting. It's toying with me. I threw some mole rat chunks its way, but that seemed to just make it angrier. Sooner or later, it's gonna get in. Why did I come this way?
I'm alive. The werewolf, it gave up. I just used my last stim pack and I'm letting my wounds close and catching my breath. When I heard it stop attacking the truck, I waited. Then I peeked out and saw it chasing a rad stag. I've never been happier to see an irradiated two-headed deer. I don't know why I'm still going. Maybe it's because I'm over halfway to my destination, or I don't know. I do know that I'm going to be more careful and keep a wide berth of anything that I can. I hope I never run into that werewolf again. Somehow I had managed to luck out, having only run into a couple of angry mole rats on the way to Spruce Knob Lake. The waters at the southern portion of the shore looked pretty uninviting, and I feared something might have been lurking just below the surface, so I kept my distance. From there I headed east, seeing for the first time the spires of the monorail elevator jutting up from the ground. That's how I knew I was getting closer. Begin recording. I'm having to carefully make my way down some steep mountainsides. Seems I may not have planned the best route, but I'll manage. Oh shit! I'm okay. I started to slip but caught my footing. I detoured south just a bit on my way around, but I've reached the ground and can now see the monorail elevator. We learned about this back in the vault. It was built before the Great War and was designed to connect the Robco Research Center, Watoga, Spruce Knob, and Bramwell. The elevator itself was a marvel of engineering, allowing two trains to—
His eyes burn like fires in the night, and no enemy will escape his sight. His great eyes see you. The divine light has found you.
Hello, ma'am. Can I?
You should never have set foot in the Holy Land. Now you shall be judged.
What happened? Where am I? What are you gonna do with that knife?
The unbeliever, look! His light, it flickers, but shines still.
It matters not. All shall be cleansed in the deep place. His death will be our offering, his blood our tithe.
Blood? What the hell's going on?
You're going to be sacrificed for the divine light.
Oh, God.
You bet on the wrong god.
I do love a good bloodletting. In the great old days, chronicled only now the testament of old, we had such abundance of the blind, the foolish and the feral, wielding glinting blade in the name of the shadowed horrors of sky and earth. But, alas, today— the best I can hope for is pine bark cladden, quite drug-addled lunatics worshipping a lesser god with a penchant for light bulbs. They offer but a performative pastiche of the true spectacle that was. I've never felt that. The blade slipping beneath skin, The cold metal scraping against ribs, and the pressure, the great pressure of something that doesn't belong, bluntly severing both flesh and arteries. How did it feel, Xander?
I don't want to talk about that. What I didn't know was that someone was watching. And at this point in the story, I guess I need to introduce you to someone who became so important to me.
Oh, my, you have, as they say, got it bad, my boy. Arousal wafts off you when you speak of him. Had I known how easy it would have been to push that particular lever, I would have done so from the very beginning. It would have saved us both a lot of time. Keep talking, Xander. Tell me about the man known as Rabbit.
Audio diary continued. Well, ran out of film, again. Talking to myself into this thing, knowing full well no one will care to listen to it, again. Broke my camera after I tried to get a better picture of an angler, again. So, back I go to good old Lucky Hole. Oh, if I was smarter, I would just hunker down over in the lakeside cabins, let one of those refineries dig up all the crystal I'd ever need. I don't know, it draws the wrong kind of attention whenever I set it up, and I guess the walk to Lucky Hole has just been a... Oh.
No enemy will escape his sight. His great
Wait.
eyes
Wait a minute.
You.
Ooh, no, that's not good.
Found you.
Shit. Some poor sap got caught by those,
Hello, ma'am.
Remember those cultists I told you about? The real bad ones? I always wait until they're out doing their little dance or prayer or whatever to the Mothman. Oh, this really isn't good. Huh. They're taking him inside. That one guy's singing like a banshee. That's not normal. They shouldn't even be here right now. Wait, something's not right. All right. Help. Don't help. Help. I don't like the idea of dying. I don't like the idea of someone else dying because I didn't do anything. Why am I even talking to you? A lot of good you're gonna do. You're a pit boy. You don't talk back, do you? Nope. I can't just leave the guy. Okay, bag check. Stims, shells, Scout's Life, issue 8. I probably could have left that at camp. Oh, there it is. Okay, nice warm bottle of beer. Perfect. Operation Rescue a Guy I Don't Know is a go. Ever upward. No, ever upwards. Ever upwards. God, Brian would have killed me. Okay. I know I should be keeping my mouth shut while I'm tiptoeing around this place, especially when it's crawling with kidnap-happy cultists. I feel like I can't stress enough that people should stay the hell away from Lucky Hole Mine if you don't know what you're doing. This place is awful even when it's empty. It smells like fertilizer this deep, and I still don't know what kind of art that... shh.
You're going to be sacrificed for the divine light.
Oh, God.
You bet on the wrong god.
Oh, shit. Fly straight and true, little beer.
What was that?
Who would dare defile this holy place and delay this offering to him?
Perhaps this is another offering drawn by the glory of his light and the strength of our devotion.
This one doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Let us seek out this blasphemer and present them to bring us even closer to his light.
Absolute loons. Oh, hell, I hope he's alright. Not dead. That's a start. Okay. I'm bleeding pretty bad. Those knives, they got are sharp, huh? At least they're probably clean. Let's just, Hey, buddy? You alright? Buddy? Yeah? Oh, okay, you don't look too heavy. Oh, okay. I was wrong. Whew. Oh, when all else fails, recreational chems. Oh, buff out it is. Okay. We're good. It's hard to get back, but we're good. Oh, buddy. You've got no idea what you're in for out here. My everything. Where am I? Hey, you're awake. Okay. Location undisclosed, but you're safe. And not bleeding much, and I won't sacrifice you. Or something. Welcome to my super secret, no one knows where it is, Appalachian Infirmary. Whew. So long as you don't shoot me, stab me, or steal from me, you can stay as long as you want. What? Look, I'm not good at peopling. Mostly, I talk to my Pip-Boy, myself, or that one time on Daddy-O with a Rip Daring poster because I thought that he was... No, you know what? Never mind. Overshare. Small talk. Ask him if he needs anything. Be a good host. You hungry? Thirsty? Hangry?
Got anything that doesn't taste like a burnt sock?
Oh, I gotcha. Got some Starlight Berry Cobbler, so if you don't mind things a little sweet and some water, fresh and purified. Here, go ahead. Just eat up when you're ready. How much do you remember?
Oh, man. I haven't had any purified water in days. But as for what I can remember, I guess you mean what happened near the mine? I was exploring, looking for the old monorail elevator when that nut job hit me over the head. When I came to, they were talking about sacrificing me. I think you know the rest. I'm not sure what you did to get me out of there, but I feel like I owe you some thanks. I'd be dead if it wasn't for you.
Oh, wait. You've never... Huh. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just lucky I was in the right place at the right time. You pretty much got it. The important thing is you're out now and safe. Do you got anyone out here?
No, I don't have anyone. I had a handful of friends back in the vault, but I haven't seen anyone I really know since leaving on Reclamation Day. Not even my parents. Yeah, it's all been downhill since I stepped outside. I had some ideas, but every time I've tried to accomplish anything, I've just run into trouble or wind up contracting things like jelly fingers or bone worms, which I've had twice in 2 weeks.
Okay, so, first, please just hold on to some of these. These will at least get rid of all the, whatever you contract out there. Second, the vaulted... How do I say this? Vault tech sucks. They just... I'm sorry, but they suck. Bad.
Yeah, they sent us out woefully unprepared for what it's been like out here, but they aren't all that bad. I mean, how were they supposed to know that the land would be overrun by feral ghouls, scorched, crazy cultists, and apparently werewolves? I mean, they took care of us in there.
No, they took care of us because they... Nah. Oh, I'm sorry. Long day. You get it. First things first. We need to get you back on your feet. Clear out all the bone worms or swamp itch or whatever you got out there and find you a nice place to set up. I'd like to keep you here for a few days, though, to make sure you heal up fine and all.
Wait. Not that I'm not grateful, but wouldn't a stim pack just fix me right up? Not that I have any more.
Well, don't worry. I can make some stuff for you. Just... You should probably rest a little longer. Lay low. You don't know who might be looking for you right now.
You don't really think they'd be looking for me, do you?
No. No, of course not. But, just in case... Not to mention, you've been through a lot. Maybe you could use a breather or some company.
I guess. I'm honestly just a bit surprised to run into someone who doesn't want to rob or shoot me.
Yeah, folks will do that out here. A lot of them. I guess I figured since you don't have friends out here and you were about to be Mothman food, you might need, I don't know, a buddy. At least for a little while.
A buddy. Guess I could stick around a bit. Won't turn down a little hospitality. In a makeshift hospital that no one knows about.
Reassurance. Bedside manner. Don't worry. You're safe here. I don't want your stuff, and you won't have any chems administered to you without your consent. Except for the stim pack that I already administered. Oh, if you do want something more calming...
No, I'm good with water and cobbler, thanks. I'm just gonna get some more rest now.
All right, well, you suit yourself. You rest up, as long as you like.
Oh God, I'm going to die in here. I must have been more tired than I realized. Or the guy running the place had put more in that cobbler than starlight berries, because it didn't take long before I was asleep again. Still, he didn't seem so bad. I just wasn't sure if I could fully trust him yet. I also don't know how long I was out, and without windows I couldn't see for sure if I had woken up during the day or night. What I did know was that I woke up to a pretty awful stench. Okay, I have to ask, what is that smell? That's not the stim packs you're making for me, is it?
What? This? No, I made those last night after you passed out. No, this is ash rose tea. I just figured I'd steep some and jar it up for you for your departure. Kind of a thanks for staying and not robbing me blind present.
You're kind of paranoid, aren't you?
Well, you don't build a whole clinic and lab underground because you trust people.
Hey, I didn't mean to... Sorry, that was rude.
Nah, sarcasm doesn't make a good host. I'd rather you leave with good memories. That, helps out there, you know? Having good memories to remember when you're trapped on a cabin roof with a rad scorpion shooting venom at you and you don't know how long it'll be before you can get down. I swear the tea tastes way better than it smells. It's sweetened.
I'm not even sure where to go once I'm back out there. It's been over a month since Reclamation Day and I've gotten nowhere. Barely finding decent food, have a hard time finding drinkable water, and the first time I finally decide to make good on what I had planned to do out here, I just have the worst day I've ever had. I'm trying to rebuild some form of civilization. You know, like we're supposed to. So, did you build this place yourself?
Oh, yeah, mostly. Kinda? Well, I found not quite a vault, but a bunker. Set up some beds. Oh, the place looked too sterile though, you know? Metal walls, bright buzzing lights. So I dressed it up a little to look a little more cozy. I read in an issue of Live and Love once that healing the mind helps heal the wounds. Or something like that.
Oh, I see. Looks like you've done fairly well with the place, though. It's well built. Stocked. An infirmary. Feels a bit ironic.
Yeah? How so?
When I set out, I had intended to gather some materials to build something of a workshop. A place where I could help people fix their tools, weapons, or even their Pip-Boy should it malfunction. Didn't expect that I'd need to be fixed up.
Huh. A fix-it shop. Plenty of folks out here could use that. You really want to help people, don't you?
Yeah. I figure there's a lot of broken stuff out there, and people could use a hand repairing it.
I gotta ask, what were you even looking for out by the mines?
I was looking for bags of cement to help build a foundation. Normally I wouldn't know the first thing about construction, but for some reason these camps seem to trivialize it. Just lets me throw up a whole wall within seconds using the incredible number of wood scraps I've been somehow carrying around. I got a tip that there were some bags of cement near the monorail elevator, and that happened to take me near the mine.
Wait, cement? Oh, yeah, how many bags do you need? I got plenty just sitting around I'm not using. Everything kind of piles up without me noticing once I throw it in my scraps. Hold on, I'm gonna jot down a few places, a few safe places for you to check out for when you need things like cement and screws and sensor modules. Oh, for God's sake, stay away from Sugar Grove. Now, you seem really nice, but you're obviously a danger magnet. Magnets. Something else you're probably going to need to stock up on, I imagine. Now, I don't really deal in mechanical insides so much as people insides. So here are a couple of bundles of extra strength stims to help you out. Should be enough to keep you upright. Just ignore the little surprise in the middle of them because Day Tripper does not seem like your kind of thing. But you could always sell it or something to make some caps. Speaking of, you're going to have to find a way to make some caps out there. Now, I just do odd jobs around, but maybe since you're Mr. Repairman, you'll just start raking them in soon as you set up that shop. And with that face like that, I mean, you're going to have plenty of caps rolling, right? I got ahead of myself there. Sorry about that. That should get you all set to go where you need to go.
After all of that, I'm not really sure where to start. But knowing some safer places to gather materials and parts would be great. Maybe I won't run into any more werewolves and get another big chunk taken out of my ass or my, yeah. So, are you sure about giving me all of this? This is a lot of stim packs and... Wait. Oh. Day Tripper. You were serious. So, you mentioned earlier something about needing a buddy?
I did. Must have been the chems talking. Great for focus, but... Whew, boy, they make you say some wild, presumptuous things sometimes.
But it makes sense.
Wait, Really? Huh. Okay.
I'm just saying I'm not against the idea.
Okay.
And Lord knows I could use the help.
Sure. Right.
Maybe I could start going places and looking around more with someone like you around.
Oh! Wait, you mean me? Oh, you'd want to buddy up or something?
Maybe I would be safer if it was not just me.
I mean, maybe.
So, aside from having a people-patching bunker down here and... Wait, does that other sign over there say Chemden?
Oh, that? yeah, it sure does. I had that sign for a long time. I don't use nearly as many chems as I used to.
Huh. Okay. Well, what else do you do?
Well, I do a lot of things. Chemistry, photography, information gathering mostly. Professional explorer. There are a lot of mysteries out there that need looking into. So I check into them. I was born to investigate. And discovery is one of the 5 basic principles of the land. I could use someone like you to pal around with, if you'll have me.
Yeah, that sounds good. You saved my life, and you seem like a decent guy. So if you want someone to help you discover, then I'm in. Let's just hope that my danger magnets aren't always as strong as they were the other day.
Heck, even if they are, I can handle it. Okay then. What can I call you?
The name's Alexander Nash. Most people call me Xander. Some call me Nash. Your call.
Okay then. Xander it is. Nice to meet you. You can call me Rabbit. That's the name I give most folks out here. Seems to work.
Ah, I see. Well, nice to meet you, Rabbit. Do you have any destinations in mind to explore soon?
You're kind of direct when you're on your feet, huh? I like that. Well, I've got to stop by someplace near the White Spring. If you want us to tag along, just do me a favor. Put on this blindfold before we head out. Super secret infirmary and all.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary?
All right, Alexander Nash. Let's see what trouble we can keep you out of.
And that was how we met. That was when everything started. If not for him, I would never have realized the truth about this place. How far people would go to claim or corrupt it. How we would always, somehow, be left to pick up the pieces as everyone else decided that they had bigger fish to fry at the cost of people who just wanted a simple, quiet life. To actually just live their lives in peace. I used to think home was a place. But I think it's not so much a place as it is people. We get so caught up in tomorrow or yesterday that we forget that both of those are shaped by the people in our lives and people that make a future possible or a past glowing with memory and now it's all gone. Everything we've built for nothing. It makes me want...
You want justice.
What?
You know, the act of blindfolding someone has an interesting etymology. The word itself was formed from Old English, blindfellion, meaning to strike blind. But if Lady herself were to strike with sword in one hand and the balanced scales in the others, she would do so sightless, blindfolded herself as Rabbit did to you. I have laid waste 2,000-year empires and brought great kings whose names were lost to the sands of time to bended knee. The tapestry of what I have woven here in Appalachia is a movement perfected, every note balanced to its final, haunting melody. Great compositions have a balance and symmetry, much like the scales of justice. I merely construct a fairer balance.
We are nothing alike.
Oh, most assuredly not. You mistake my meaning, boy. Unlike some others in my travels, your motivations have been, to date, frustratingly neutral. There are those who seek power or riches, who lust, covet, or devour. But you, the both of you for that matter, you are the ones who pick up the pieces, bury the dead. While people like Simon Rex or Chad clash swords over ideals and remake the world in their wake, you bring comfort to the wounded, sick and mentally broken. You two are the janitors, Appalachia's custodians.
I am not.
No, but you are! And it isn't meant as an insult, my boy. I assure you. Pray, continue.
I wasn't used to peopling, and neither was Rabbit. But what would start out as finding a job for some caps would set some things in motion that neither of us could have seen coming. There are consequences to making fast friends. Thank you for listening to our first episode of A76.
We hope you've enjoyed hearing the misadventures of Xander and how he and Rabbit met.
As a special surprise, the second episode is also available now so that you can continue where things leave off.
We wanted to release the first 2 episodes together because much of the main cast makes their debut in the second episode, and we wanted to introduce you all to more of the characters you'll meet and the wonderful talent bringing them to life.
From here on out, we plan to release episodes on a monthly basis, along with some special surprises in the form of minisodes that will help to expand this new little corner of Appalachia.
Thank you again for listening, and we hope to see you all in the wasteland.